Hey everybody, it's me, Sacred G. So, I want to talk about why I enjoy being single. Okay, I'm not saying this because I'm giving up on dating. I don't like chasing shit. I just don't. Whatever happens is meant to happen as long as you get yourself out there, right? You know, like, I don't think it's wrong to have a partner. I don't think it's wrong to want a girlfriend. I think it's totally fine to want those things, to want to have a family, to want to get married, to have kids, maybe hook up. And I don't know. I fucked myself plenty of times, so I don't need to worry about hooking up with people. But besides that disgusting point, a bit too personal, but I don't give a shit. We all do it. I just don't have a need or a drive really to find anyone. And I'm going to explain that, okay? I taught myself a long time ago that I love myself. I'm flawed. I know that. I have ugly parts of me. We all do. As there was a saying I told myself years ago when I was a kid, they're nice until they're mad. Let that sit for a little minute, for a little bit, okay? We're all not perfect. And I think we've been told this several times, but, reassurance doesn't help. Reassurance helps. Fuck, I'm losing my own train of thought here. But, I just don't have it to find somebody, to intentionally go out of my way to meet a partner. I'm not desperate for one. I'm not. I take care of myself for the most part. I am nice to people. I don't expect anything in return. I think that's a whole topic for another day, is expecting too much from people, but again, different topic, different day. I just don't go out and chase it. I've tried online dating. I end up ghosting women. Not cool of me to do. I understand that. I understand I skewer my chances. And guess what? I'm not one of those fucking idiots that goes and thinks, oh, well, I've ghosted you for this long. I'm going to go and talk to you again. No, it's said and done. I know the consequences. I live by them. And I don't go and talk to girls I've ghosted because I think online dating is a waste of time. That's just my personal belief. I still keep trying to try it for some reason, and that may seem like a contradiction, but it's more of me just, whatever happens, happens. If I meet somebody, we hook up or whatever, fuck, it happens, right? It's a thing. Hopefully she ain't got no motherfucking diseases, because Jesus, I don't want my next video to be, hey guys, having AIDS sucks. It sucks. I'm so sick of having AIDS. I'm gonna die in the next 12 years. But my point is that there's a lot of positives about being single, okay? I'm out here walking. I don't know if you can tell. There's some birds awake. And it's literally 1 a.m, now 2. They're probably fucking, for all I know. Probably are. Anywho, jokes aside, there's a lot of positives about being single. First off, you get to understand yourself better. And in all seriousness, I know YouTube is crowded with the self-love, self-help shit. But in all seriousness, you do get to know yourself and understand yourself better. You do. You get to improve skills if you want to. You don't need a partner for that, you know? And I'm not trying to, that sounds very condescending. I'm not trying to come off that way. I'm just saying you can get skills. I'll say it this way instead. You can get skills with a partner, but you could get skills just as much without one. Okay? Like, you don't need somebody there to constantly remind you this is what I live for. I mean, it's cool, it's sweet and everything if you're genuine about it. But I'll tell you this, bro. There's been some fine looking girls, don't get me wrong, man. There's been some beautiful girls. Hell, as I've stated before, I've talked about my jail experience. I ended up getting community service, and I completed that within a month. And there was a girl, you know, who made me think. I'm not going to say her name. I don't do that. But there was a girl, and I found her very pretty towards the end of the day, actually. I don't know why it didn't register with me then, because I'm not there to make fucking friends. I'm just there to get my shit done. But I talked to her for a little bit. She was getting off of fentanyl, and for some reason I found that very attractive. Not because she was on fentanyl. It was actually because she was getting off of it. That was the most attractive thing to me, man. And I wish it was a work setting. I would have asked for her fucking number. She was flirting with me subtly too. She asked me to check out her ass because apparently there was coffee stains on it. And I thought it was so weird, man. I was like, no, I don't actually view you sexually. Like, there's no reason. Like, I don't know you. Like, it's not weird. But, she was very cool. She was very nice. And honestly, I didn't even feel like she was one of the fucking other people I've ended up working with. I worked with incarcerees. And, you know, they weren't terrible. They all had DUIs, but that's a whole other story. But I didn't chase and go asking for her number because that wasn't the intention. Okay? It was to be mutual and genuinely respectful. And even though I felt attraction, I wasn't thirsty. I already drank my water. You know? Like, I just feel comfortable in my own skin. And I understand I'm a flawed motherfucker. Like we all are. It's just, I just don't have, like, a reason. You know, it's not that I, you know, want or don't want a girlfriend. It's more of, I want it to be a little spontaneous, not like unrealistic where we meet under some, you know, fucking light in a broken down place or any of that shit. Sorry, my own shadow tripped me up for some reason. Or anything crazy like that. Like, if she was even homeless, dude, and I felt a positive, genuine energy, I know it sounds hippie, but, you know, bear with me, I would go for her. I'm not lying. You know, I don't just go and talk to every single woman I see. I ain't a player like that, and to be honest, I just think it's a waste of time because you're going to probably end up getting with a woman who falsely accuses you of some serious shit. It's always best to dip your toes in, get a feel for their personality, and then kind of dip. If it's not, you know, if the person is just too contradictory, they obviously can't take accountability, all that fucking toxic shit. But in all actuality, man, I think one of the reasons these people struggle with being single is because they haven't got an idea of themselves. Because I fully believe we don't really understand ourselves. And I think the saying, get your shit together, is a crock of shit, because 90% of the people telling you that guarantee you have some fuck ups up their sleeves they need to work on. And our opinions change, dude. It's like taste buds, But that's a whole other thing. I'm talking about life, man. Anywho, being single ain't so bad. I love myself enough. I understand I'm not perfect. You should too. So don't fucking, and it's not even like because you don't love yourself. A lot of people get pressured into getting into a relationship. Well, son, you need to get married because mommy and daddy got married at 26, so why aren't you? It's like this passive-aggressive type of guilt tripping where the older generation, some people in the older generation, my parents luckily don't do this shit, tell you, they're like, you need to get married because, oh, well, we were, in a way. They're not directly saying it because they're too much of a fucking spineless wimp to actually fucking directly tell you need to get married or else we'll disown your ass or look at you weird. Whatever their fucking intentions are. A lot of people feel pressured. And it's not even just by parents. It's also by friends, dude. Like, if your friends are getting married, don't feel fucking pressured to get into a relationship. That is one of the dumbest things you could do, is find some girl out of desperation because your family or your fucking friends are all getting married. And it's like, oh, well, I need to get married myself, so I need to find somebody to feel like a human. You don't understand yourself. You don't actually, it's not even that you don't even understand yourself, it's you don't fucking love yourself, dude. I am not joking. Like, that is pathetic to me. I won't have respect for you if you just got with some shitty ass woman, man, whoever, because of desperation, because of being pressured. Don't ever let people pressure you to do things that are not illegal. Okay? Don't even let people pressure you to do things that are illegal either. Because you're just going to open the floodgates. A lot of it seems to kind of stem from people being pressured by older generations, even friend groups, friends, not specifically friend groups or older generations, but a whole different clusters of people, is my guess. I'm not saying it's fact. There's probably a lot of reasons, like some people don't want to be alone, which I honestly think is worse. Like that, like you do not stand being by yourself. Like you can't stand the thoughts you have that will never leave. Like personally, dude, I don't see the issue with being single. And if you're in the same boat as me, great. That's awesome. I know I ain't the only one. You ain't the only one. We're all in this together, And some people want a girlfriend. They're like, I need to get my shit together. Okay, and that's fine. That's fine. You want to get out of your parents' house. You want to fix your social skills. You want to, work out, get a job. Whatever the case is, get a car. Whatever the case is. It's all fine. Okay? But being single, it's not as bad. And if people pressure you and make fun of you, if they're fucking making fun of you, dude, like they're being passive aggressive about it, giving you backhanded compliments, it must be nice being you all single and stuff, or something related. There's more shit people could say, then fuck them. They're probably jealous of you to some extent that you're actually living your life on your own terms without somebody needing to nag you. It's past bedtime. It's past, the husband or wife curfew. Why are you out late? And again, being in a relationship isn't bad. It's not bad at all. But that's what you could say to those people. It's, if they are poking the bear, shouldn't have poked the bear and awoke it, because, oh man, some people could say some horrible shit when that happens, but being single ain't so bad. I don't see the point in chasing relationships, I don't see the point in chasing hookups. I don't chase that shit at all, actually. As a matter of fact, speaking of hookups, I don't think I ever will. I've thought about this, maybe things change because it's life, but I don't think I will. I know I said earlier, well, if I get a hookup with somebody, then I guess it's meant to be, and I mean that, but I'm not going to go out of my way, and I probably will reject, man. I've had opportunities, and I don't know, man. I just don't. It's not even that I don't know. I just don't want it. I just don't see the point. I don't. And I'm not trying to come off like, oh, I'm different. I'm a different person. Somebody else is out there like, yeah, you're speaking some facts, dude. At least two people like that have the same mindset. Because, it's not really facts. It's a weird fucking sound. Come from over there. Oh, yeah, whatever. Again, I'm out walking around. It's 2 a.m. Somewhere around that hour. Anyhow, man, I've been talking. So don't fret being single. If anything, take it as a learning opportunity. Learn to enjoy the thoughts you have. Unless they're super negative, then you probably should talk to somebody. Which I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, it's not bad to get negative thoughts. Everybody gets negative thoughts. But the key thing, I think it's a big problem if you don't even like the smart, genuine thoughts you have. That's a huge problem. Anywho, man, I've been rambling. I am so sorry. But, yeah, that's pretty much my take. Don't fret on the single bear. Don't tread on the single bear. Sometimes, shit happens. Sometimes it doesn't. If you go out, experience life, you'll probably find somebody. Guarantee it. You shouldn't expect anything. Because what sets you up for disappointment makes you think no one's out there to fucking cater to you and be your woman or man. No matter what your sexual preference is. You're just setting yourself up for disappointment. You're not going to get accepted a lot. Even attractive people, people considered attractive, go through this. They go through this too. But if you're constantly going out and talking to a woman, even just casually, and you're like, oh man, I hope she takes me home, and I pound the shit out of her, or you're talking to a man, oh, I hope he puts a ring on my finger, and this becomes a relationship, just go with the flow. In my opinion. And what I mean by that is literally don't set yourself up for disappointment. Tell yourself, yeah, maybe something, this won't work out. Maybe he's not interested. Don't second guess. Unless they're clearly showing signs. Being friendly and or extremely friendly, the prolonged eye contact shit. In the adult world, flirting, the signs of crushes are still the same, but a little different. Anywho, that's me, Sacred G. I'm just rambling pretty much about life in general. People in general. People are fascinating and wonderful to me, actually. Some are very undesirable, but that's besides the point, and those are usually the toxic ones if you want to know. That's me, Sacred G. I just wanted to talk about why I just prefer to be single, and hopefully this resonates with somebody. Seriously, don't be going out and expecting some woman to sleep with you. Don't be expecting some man to sleep with you, or get into a relationship and the person to be your number one, or just a relationship in general, because, bro, that's going to set yourself up for massive disappointment if you think about it in the long run. I mean, if you really think about it, because, you know, back in high school, I would get disappointed, man. Oh man, I would, because I set myself up for that. Anywho, again, it's me, Sacred G. I'm sorry. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace the fuck out. Goodbye.